I love British accents. They fascinate me. Geordie? Newcastle? Ooh, my favorite beer. I don't know the accent though. I'd have to hear it. Oh, that's true. We fight him because he hasn't mutated yet. Yeah, I fucking drink the shit out of it. Or it used to, at least. Yeah, he's trying to fall off. I don't have to shoot him anymore. Yeah. A friend of mine, who I used to hang out with constantly, he's a rabid Manchester United fan. And we would always go watch soccer matches and or football matches, excuse me. And we would just sit there and get shit faced on Newcastle. It was great. God damn it! I didn't mean to look at the panel. Yes, it is. It's good beer. Good beer. You see, in Louisiana, our alcohol um, allowance, I guess you could call it, is 5.5%. So almost every beer is always 5.5% whenever it comes down here. And it's funny because people from other places where it's like 3.5% come down here and they're like, oh, hey, let's have some beers. And then they have like 3, 4 beers and they're like, holy shit, wait a minute. I'm like, yeah, you wasn't ready for that 5% alcohol, were you?
What was that all about? Running off like that was reckless and stupid.
I think if it's cold brewed, it could be 6.5% or something like that.
Not to mention that thing that got Ben.
I was there, Leon. I know.
Look, Ada. As an officer, it's my job to look out for you. But we're not going to get through this alive if we don't work together. Okay?
All right. We'll do this your way, for now.
I may need one of those before it's over with. Mexican beer. Mexican beer is good too. Try a Negra Modelo. Negramodela. Negra Modela. If I try, I can actually do a pretty good Spanish accent. My R's roll pretty good. For a white feller. I'll stop. That's mean. funny to hear a Brit drinks Mexican beer, though. No offense, but I think of British people, and I think of, you know, like appreciating like the microbrew, like the craft beers. You know, I would think a sophisticated palate. Corona doesn't exactly sit as sophisticated palate with me. I'm sorry. But I like a Corona too. Don't get me wrong. Don't take it the wrong way. I like a Corona as well. I like all beers. I've drank beers from every part of the world. From England to fucking Germany and Italy. It's fucking great. Beer's great. But that's the story to tell my friend, to be like, hey, I met a guy from fucking Newcastle that drinks Mexican beer. And he'd be like, wait, what? No. Tell me you're lying. He would find it. He would find the irony, the same irony that I see in it. Like, a guy that lives in a town that has a world. Well, not that you live in Newcastle, but you know, you live. Oh, yeah, I guess you said you live in Newcastle, but. Right, Prince Charles. That's funny. Who the fuck think I am, Prince Charles? Fucking. It's great. Well, I'm not the bloody prince.
Leon, that woman was... I have to talk to her.
Fuck, climb the ladder, woman. God, I hope they didn't mix up the laboratory too much. Ah! Those bugs fucking on you this time. Serpentine. Serpentine.
Don't move. You're the one who was with that cop, if I'm not mistaken. Identify yourself. Ada Wong.
Ada Wong. I've heard that name before. Now I remember. One of the men from Chicago who came to assist the T-virus research used his girlfriend's name as his password. Ada and John, I believe.
How did you know? Who are you?
Annette Birkin. My husband is the man responsible for the creation of the T-virus. William Birkin.
What?
John's dead. He became one of those zombies. My condolences. And although I regret this...
He became one of those zombies. Understatement of the fucking year, woman. Ooh, excuse me.
capable of creating the ultimate bioweapon. Its potential is even greater than that of the T-virus. Then that must mean the creature in the police department is... precisely...
Hey, we got a new viewer. Welcome to the world of Resident
None
Evil.
of this would have happened if they hadn't tried to steal his research away from him. Where did you get that pendant? It looks exactly like one I made
Bayaru Hazaru.
She dropped it. I've been holding on to it for her. Liar! Give it back to me! Too bad.
Which, my friends and I were discussing this earlier. The fucking name Resident Evil. Like, whoever in the Capcom of America office said, you know what? We need to change a perfectly good name like Biohazard to Resident Evil. I'm not gonna call him a genius because I think it's pretty fucking stupid, but it had to be something special because, like, Resident Evil, yes, it's very relative to the first one of the series. And yes, it has that 90s, well, not 90s, 70s, 80s movie noir mystery. You know, like, Resident Evil is appropriate for the first game because it's a giant fucking residence and it's full of fucking evil. But it definitely strays away from that as the series progresses. I mean, fuck, Resident Evil 5 should be called Zombie Africa Simulator. Like, nothing residential about it. But I know why they did it, and it's gotta be because of something going on. Had to be something political, like I don't know. There had to have been some reason other than they didn't think Biohazard was catchy enough for an American audience. Because that is a complete change. It's not just a fuck, I forgot the wheel again. Fucking talking, not thinking about it. Anyway, yeah, Resident Evil just was catchier. For the simple reason that, like, fucking Night of the Living Dead was such a catchy title, you know? It had that film noir feel to it, and people could relate to that more here. Which I'm sure what we call Biohazard is probably something